Yes, I think there's a clear involvement in that sector, and especially the department stores are now really experimenting how to connect with the consumers in a good way. I think omnichannel is for them very important to do so, and what we hear also from our retailers is that once they have an omnichannel strategy, also the in-store sales are really improving. But I think we also should not forget that many retailers still are at the beginning of offering these omnichannel strategies to their consumers. So I think there will be a continued growth of these strategies going forward, and we have to see whether there are winners and losers. But apart from that, yes, they will start investing in new formats and retail formats in different segments. And I think also online is really part of that strategy. So we have also retailers in our portfolio that started to experiment with first online stores, testing the market, who are your consumers, and then adapting their physical store to the needs of those consumers. And I think that is a trend also the retailers receive more information from their consumers, and they will use it going forward in differentiating their formats.
And I think what could be added on to that is how shopping center developers, as they start to build their own apps and start to collect their own data, they'll start to understand their customers even more, and then they'll be able to customize that shopping center or that development or that marketing specifically for those type of customers. And I think the more data that's going to come into the market, the more customized and personalized it's going to get. And I think shopping centers owners are starting to have that opportunity to build that up. Without saying big data is going to continue to revolutionize retail, there is more and more data that's going to be required to basically become more effective and more profitable. So a good example is John Lewis know that in a market where they have high e-commerce sales, if they open a store there, what will actually happen is they'll get an uplift in sales. So it's called the halo effect, but they'll know that they'll have to use a lot of data to get to the right point before it's actually cannibalizing their sales. So I think there is going to be more and more data coming into it, but it's about using that data, not just collecting data for the sake of it, or collecting Wi-Fi or collecting customer data just because you want to collect it or you have to. It's about using that data more effectively, and a retailer like John Lewis does it really well because they can personalize that experience. And going about John Lewis, if you look at the John Lewis in King's Cross, which opened just about a month ago, I was there last week, it was so busy, and they had staff members walking around with iPads, and people were buying stuff to get click and collect at their homes when they get home the next day. It was incredibly busy, and I think that's real omnichannel strategy, which I think that's the optimum, but they have to continue to evolve that.